Joubert's Pass is a steep, high-altitude gravel road pass located between the towns of Lady Grey and Berkeley East, in the quiet rural region of the Eastern Cape, close to the Lesotho border in the Witteberg Mountains, which is itself a western spur of the mighty Drakensberg. This video covers the easier eastern ascent of the pass and ends at the summit point at an altitude of 2,234 meters above sea level. To approach the pass from the east, as we have filmed it, you will need to drive a 30-kilometer farm road, which is quite an adventure in itself, but worth every single meter. The access road is one of the most beautiful gravel road drives you'll find in these parts, and although the road does get a bit rough here and there, it's quite manageable in a high-clearance vehicle, and you will be rewarded with outstanding scenery and a drive that you'll remember for the rest of your life. Allow plenty of extra time and drive slowly, being mindful of livestock on the roads. You'll more than likely have the entire road to yourself. There are many road signs that have been erected by the local tourism bureau, many of them humorous, and each one unboxes a local urban legend, but the names themselves open up a treasure trove of images to anyone with an imagination. The gradients now start getting steeper as the road heads resolutely towards a natural turning point created by a small side stream. To get your timing right, you should plan to reach the summit by 11 in the morning. That way you'll have the sun behind you for the entire ascent, and the descent can be tackled between 12 and 1 p.m. with the sun overhead. This is by far the most enjoyable way to drive the pass, which allows all the best views to be enjoyed whilst descending. You'll need to allow an hour and a half to do the 30-kilometer access road. The little drift that has just been crossed is called Skripdrift. That translates into scary drift, and there's no doubt an interesting story attached to that name. The views to the west and to the east are simply fantastic. If you end up at the summit around midday, you'll have reasonable light for photography in both directions, but if you want to photograph the village from here, you'll need to be at the summit well before noon, otherwise the light will be poor. For most visitors, the eastern views will provide better photographs. The basin to the east is enormous, dwarfed only by the huge mountain range which feeds 100 streams that crisscross the green hills and dales. If you look carefully, you'll be able to trace the road for many kilometers of the eastern descent and well beyond. The road that can be seen climbing steeply ahead from left to right is not part of the pass. This is a Telkom concreted access road for maintenance purposes and is locked and not open to the public. The next kilometer is quite dramatic, as the drop-offs to the left and right become very steep and the views open up over the valley far below. The pass now climbs more steeply towards the summit, reaching a gradient of 1 in 6, so gear down as your vehicle will need all the oxygen it can get, as the summit appears at an altitude of 2,234 meters at the 2.8 kilometer mark. There's limited space to stop at the summit for 1 or 2 vehicles. It's often windy and cold, as the neck provides a natural funnel for any wind to accelerate through. There's a stone tablet inscribed with the name of a number of Joubert family members, plus 2 others. This is in honor of those hardy farmers who built the pass in 1914. As the summit is crested, a bird's-eye view of Lady Grey opens up dead ahead.